So you guys came over the first gate. Did you guys pay the guy at the front any money?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you guys came over the second gate over here, the yellow gate?
Yeah.
All right. Did anybody happen to read any of the signs that say the area is closed? At either gate?
Yeah.
You did? Okay. So the reason we're here today is because of the newfound popularity because of the water slide. The area has been closed since October of 2006. This is part of the Kohala restricted watershed. Like I said, there are signs at the first gate, there are signs at the second gate that explain the area is closed, when it was closed, why it's closed. The reason we're here today is unfortunately because it is a closed area. We're here to enforce it. So we are going to be issuing citations.
Serious?
For the closed area violation, yes. So you'll be issued a court date with your citation. You have to show up for court. If you don't show up for court, it's just like a speeding ticket or a ticket a police officer would give you. They will issue a warrant for your arrest. So you want to make sure you show up for court on that day, or at least contact the court to make arrangements to have the venue changed.
They're from Seattle, so...
Okay. So they can contact the...
No, but...
We're here to try and enforce our trespassing rules in our Kohala restricted watershed. This hike is more commonly known as a white road hike, and we're having hundreds of people come in on the weekends trespassing over 2 gates into our watershed to do what's a very dangerous hike. The hike actually brings you right to the back end of Waimanu Valley. It's a very, very far drop. Very, very dangerous. If you look online, you can see all of the dangers. At one point, they actually climb over a pipe. These pipes get mossy and slippery, and people get lost back here. It's really an area we want people to stay out of. Well, we had a very large earthquake, and it caused damage to the trail area. Also, the trail is not really set up for people to hike all the way to the flumes, and that's where they want to go. It becomes really dangerous, especially when we have a lot of rain.
Probably seems a lot worse than what it's really.
No, I know, it's just,
really
it's going to
yeah.
take the time away from me.
I understand. It looks like a lot of fun, but because you're so isolated and you're in an area that nobody's going to know where you're at and that you're hurt if you do get hurt, it can be very dangerous, especially when we're dealing with kids under 18. When I talk to our Forestry and Wildlife Division, they explain to me that there's no public access. So even if they wanted to open the area up to the public, you would have to transverse through Hawaiian Homes property to get to our state-owned area. We're hoping that we can educate the public as much as possible. We'd really rather not issue citations to hikers. We love our hikers. We just want them to go to areas that are open and legal.
Yeah, I'll explain that in 1 second here. So the court date's going to be August 8, 2017, 8:30 for the South Kohala Court. Okay, so if you got to make arrangements, call the number. If you don't and you miss this court date, it's going to be a warrant. Okay, put a warrant out for your arrest. So we don't want that, right? Okay, so the fines have been running about $150. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to sign. It's up to you.
We would absolutely hope to reduce the amount of people that come up here, and we actually ask everyone that we cite to help us educate everyone else. So even on social media, to help us to keep people out of this area.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Officer James Ridson is one of our finest officers. He's really a pleasure to work with. He gives his job 100%. He's a team member. We have a great branch and a great division here. If we had more people like him, it'd be outstanding.